American tycoon Elon Musk has just released a hydrogen car, ModelH, that is set to revolutionize the entire auto industry. This move is particularly interesting as Elon, a staunch supporter of electric vehicles (EVs), is now turning to hydrogen-powered automobiles. But what gives hydrogen cars a competitive advantage over electric cars? In this video, we will explore how Elon Musk's latest creation is set to disrupt the entire car industry. Since it was founded in 2003, Tesla has risen through the ranks to become the top car manufacturer in the world. In fact, just the other day, the company crossed the $1 trillion market evaluation and became the first automaker to do so in the industry. Additionally, the company's production rate is at an all-time high of over 1 million vehicles per year. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, is particularly impressed with this performance, as his dream has been to replace every engine on the roads with an electric powertrain as soon as possible. Recently, the billionaire's attention has been drawn towards one potential clean energy source: hydrogen. What if the future vehicles are powered by the single most abundant substance in the atmosphere? Won't this be in harmony with this green energy drive? Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about hydrogen. This element appears as number 2 in the periodic table and is made up of just one proton and an electron. Because of its highly unstable nature, hydrogen carries a tremendous amount of power. To better appreciate the capability of hydrogen power, it is important to remember that it is one that is used to power rocket flights. As the hydrogen molecules pass through the electrolyte, they are broken down into their individual atoms. These atoms then move through the membrane where they are reassembled into water molecules on the cathode side. Along the way, the movement of the hydrogen atoms creates an electrical current that can be used to power an electric motor. This process is known as electrolysis, and it is what makes hydrogen fuel cells so appealing for vehicle applications. One of the biggest advantages of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles is their long range. With a full tank of hydrogen, a fuel cell vehicle can travel for hundreds of miles without needing to refuel. This is comparable to the range of traditional gasoline vehicles and is far superior to the range of current battery electric vehicles. Additionally, hydrogen fuel cells can be refueled quickly, usually in just a few minutes, making them a convenient option for long-distance travel. Another advantage of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles is their environmental impact. As mentioned earlier, the only byproduct of the electrolysis process is water, which means that these vehicles have zero emissions. This is a significant improvement over traditional gasoline vehicles, which produce harmful pollutants like carbon dioxide and nitrogen oxides. As the hydrogen ions flow through the electrolyte medium, they are separated by a membrane that only allows electrons to flow through. This creates an electrical current, which can then be used to power the vehicle's electric motor. One of the main advantages of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles is that they produce zero emissions, as the only byproduct of the chemical reaction is water vapor. This makes them an attractive option for those looking to reduce their carbon footprint. Furthermore, hydrogen fuel cells have a higher energy density than batteries, which means they can store more energy in a smaller space. This makes them a better option for larger vehicles such as buses and trucks, which require a lot of power to move. Additionally, hydrogen fuel cells can be refilled much faster than batteries, which can take hours to charge. This makes them a more convenient option for long-distance travel. It is now clear that the hydrogen fuel cell is the way to go for Tesla, and the company has already begun development on a hydrogen-powered vehicle. According to reports, the car will be called the Tesla Hydrogen, and it will feature a cutting-edge fuel cell stack that is more efficient and powerful than anything currently on the market. The vehicle will also be equipped with advanced sensors and software that will allow it to optimize its performance and range based on the driving conditions. As the excitement for the new hydrogen car from American tycoon Elon Musk continues to grow, it's worth noting that there are some drawbacks to using hydrogen as a fuel source. One major issue is the high cost of extracting hydrogen, as it can only be obtained through electrolysis of water, natural gas reforming, or biomass fermentation, all of which require significant capital investment. Additionally, to make hydrogen cars a viable option for the mass market, a sufficient network of hydrogen fueling stations would need to be established. This could prove to be a major challenge for Musk and his team at Tesla. Another drawback of hydrogen as a fuel source is its low density, which means that it takes up a lot of space. This can be a problem when it comes to storing hydrogen in a car, as the space typically used for the trunk or back seat may need to be sacrificed in order to make room for the hydrogen storage tanks. Despite these drawbacks, Musk has expressed his excitement for the potential of hydrogen-powered cars, saying, "Really excited to announce we're switching Tesla from batteries to hydrogen in 2024. Watch this space for the amazing Model H. More range, fast refueling, drinking water on tap as you drive." However, it's worth noting that this statement was made on April Fool's Day, so it's not entirely clear if and when Tesla will actually make the switch to hydrogen. Nevertheless, with Musk's track record of revolutionizing the automotive industry, it's safe to say that the future of hydrogen cars is worth keeping an eye on. However, even with these drawbacks, hydrogen has many potential advantages as a fuel source. One major advantage is that hydrogen fuel cells have a higher energy density than batteries, which means they can store more energy in a given volume. This means that hydrogen-powered cars can have a longer range than battery-powered cars. Additionally, hydrogen fuel cells can be refilled much faster than batteries can be charged, which means that hydrogen-powered cars can be back on the road more quickly. Additionally, hydrogen is a much more plentiful resource than many of the materials used in batteries, which means that hydrogen-powered cars could be more sustainable in the long run. Another advantage of hydrogen fuel cells is that they produce only water vapor as a byproduct, which means that they have a much lower environmental impact than internal combustion engines. This makes hydrogen-powered cars an attractive option for those who are concerned about the environment and want to reduce their carbon footprint. Overall, while there are certainly some challenges to be overcome with hydrogen fuel cells, they have the potential to be a game changer in the world of transportation. Whether or not Tesla will actually switch to hydrogen power in the near future remains to be unseen, but it is clear that hydrogen has the potential to revolutionize the automotive industry in the years to come. In conclusion, the hydrogen car industry is on the rise, and with the release of Tesla's Model H, it's clear that this clean energy source has a lot of potential. With a low drag coefficient, 4-length floor diffusers, and a Gorilla windshield, the Model H is built to perform at high speeds while providing utmost comfort for long journeys. The fact that the only byproduct of a hydrogen car is water vapor means that not only is it environmentally friendly, but it can also provide refreshments for passengers on long trips. With the additional release of the Model 2 and Model O, Tesla is set to revolutionize the hydrogen car industry with affordable prices and mind-blowing acceleration capabilities. The potential drawbacks of hydrogen cars, such as the high cost of extraction and lack of fueling stations, can be overcome with advancements in technology and investment in infrastructure. With the increasing focus on clean energy and the push towards sustainable transportation, the future of hydrogen cars is looking brighter than ever.